What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Take a Peek episode. This week we are taking a peek at Surgeon Simulator 2013 Anniversary Edition. So what is Surgeon Simulator? Well, it is exactly as it sounds. It is a surgery simulation game where you are a surgeon, and you get to cut open people and replace their failing organs or body parts. With the Anniversary Edition, the update to the game came out a year after the game came out. For free, I believe. Was it for free? I think it was like $5. Maybe it was $5. But it came out a year after the fact. And it was $3. It was $3. The Anniversary Edition added a great deal of content on top of the game. It added in two new different types two new places to do surgery and two new types of surgeries. So your standard surgeries in Surgeon Simulator, it's your heart, your kidney, and your brain. Those are the three surgeries you have to do, and you do them in a variety of settings. You can do them in typical surgery room, you can do them in an ambulance, and you can do them in space. With the Anniversary Edition that came out, you also added in dentistry, so you do teeth transplants and you do eye transplants. And then the two new areas I will leave for you guys to discover. However, they definitely add a lot into the game as it stands. This game is primarily meant to be a comedy simulation game, developed independently. And there is one little caveat to the game, which is why it's a very difficult game and why it's considered a comedy. You're a one-handed surgeon. You control one hand. That's all you have is this one hand. Rotating it like this, or moving it around. This is all the mouse button, or the mouse buttons. This is all done with the mice. And then to move your fingers each individually, they are 5 keyboard commands. So, that makes this game very difficult at times. When you say, I want to grab onto this little statue here, I think I would have had it there, but I didn't. So I gotta go again. Nope. Now it's just falling over. Gotta go down. Gotta get it. There we go. Now I got it. So now I've got this statue. I can just throw that away. Basically, everything in this game is very difficult to control. However, it's also just a great deal of fun. Despite the difficulties, it can be a great deal of fun and very entertaining. So going into the options here, before we go into the operations, pretty straightforward. You can switch, so if you're left-handed, you can switch, so you don't have to use your, you don't have to use a right-handed mouse. You can swap that, which is awesome. VSync, you can enable, disable full screen, and of course you can go in further. Actually, I don't have, turn on depth of field. I thought I would have had that on. Shadows, why is that low? Make that high. Alright, we fixed that problem. Back. Main menu. The languages this game is offered in are numerous. The one thing I don't particularly like about this language screen is all of the languages are in English. So English, French, German, Italian, Spanish, Russian, Polish, Norwegian, Danish, Swedish, Finnish, Dutch, and Portuguese. The actual way that the language is pronounced and written is not this way for these languages. If I switch to Spanish real quick, do you see how it all changes? This is pretty standard. You know, this would be Espanol, this would be Deutsch, this would be Italiano, or Francois. You know, that's normally what you would see in most games. This is the only complaint that I have as far as languages are concerned. They offer a lot, and that's absolutely amazing, but it's not written in the native language, so you have to look for the flag, not for the word. And then, of course, as with any Steam game, there are achievements a lot of achievements, and you can just flip through them, figure them out, but I'm not going to spoil any of those for you guys. There are some very interesting and some very secret achievements as well. Your guide for the game comes in floppy disks. Funny enough, all these floppy disks, all of them do different things. They show different things. And there are a lot of them. This is your tutorial right here. All these floppy disks. This is your tutorial. And again, it's not easy to do stuff. So you just, you punch that out. Great. You got that done. Unfortunately, we lost the mouse. That's a problem. But, you know, again, you just grab one of these. Just get a handful of them. And you just get it inside. You can see it's not quite so simple. You have to go in the right way, so this is not going to work at all. It's not very simple to use these floppy disks, but if you do take the time to put them in there and to know what actually happens in the game, it makes the game substantially easier. So, let's show off the last little portion here of the game, the meat of the game. I'm going to show off the very first surgery. We can clear this out here. Clear this. Here we go. Okay, that's mostly clear. The pen does write. Clear enough. So, surgery room. See, there's some other things here, but we'll go surgery room and we'll just do a basic heart transplant. This is the very first surgery in the game. Fairly straightforward. And this is how the game handles. It's very nice. It's very good. You have a clock up in the top left, your blood count, and then you have this sheet that you need to remove. Your patient is Bob. Bob needs a lot of surgeries. A lot. You find the tool of your choice. Get out of here, Beaker. We don't need you. Find the tool of your choice. So in this case, my tool of choice is the hammer. I think I grabbed a scalpel. Here we go. Nope. Nope, I don't have it. Don't have it. Nope, don't have it. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Get it? Got it. Okay. Could easily go with the drill or the bone saw or the pizza cutter. Saw. Uh-oh. Oh, that's badass. I can't believe I just did that. Anyways, the reason why you need something strong like that is you need to break the rib cages first. So, at least for a heart transplant, you gotta break the rib cage first. You notice the screen flashes red? That's because every time you do something to his body, you cause some damage. You make him lose some blood. Oh my god, it's stuck. Oh my god, it's stuck. Okay, we got there. We're okay. He's okay. He's okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, no. Okay. Stop, just to stop. Rotate. Okay. Set you down. Do you see up in the top right, it says loss rate 7 milliliters per second? If he gets 0 milliliters, he's dead. He can have 1 milliliter and be totally good. But 0 milliliters and he's dead. So, he can bleed out and most likely will bleed out. So you need this little green syringe here. See that green syringe right there? You need that. Stab him with it. Anywhere's good. Alright. So now you see his loss rate is decreased. Now be careful. Uh-oh. That's bad. Be careful to grab the green syringe, not the blue syringe. So the blue syringe is right here. The blue syringe will make him lose blood more quickly. So you have to be very careful about that. You do not want to use the blue syringe on Bob. Very bad. Alright. Break the ribs. Break the ribs. You don't have to break all the ribs. You just need to break most of the ribs. Go. And a little bit over here. Just tap that. Luckily, it doesn't take much force. The game just kind of accepts that you're hitting it, and so it's going to break. Lost a lot of blood. Come on. Get it. There we go. Okay. We don't need the hammer anymore. That's gone. So, rip out the lungs. You just grab onto them. Pull it out. Chuck that away. Don't need that anymore. He doesn't need lungs. Take the other lung. Make sure to take the other lung. He does not need the other lung. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Got it. All right. Both lungs are gone. The liver. Gotta remember the liver. That's in the way of the heart, too. The game is surprisingly fairly anatomically sound. Aside from, you know, all the different muscles and most of the stuff you don't get to see. But in terms of where the organs are, it's actually pretty good. Alright, so now for a more delicate procedure. We need to cut the stomach out, and we need to cut the heart out. So you then need to go to something like a scalpel. The type of scalpel doesn't really matter, ultimately. They all do the same thing. I'll take that. I'll take that grip, sure. Uh-oh. Beat it. Uh-oh. 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 Resume. Nope. Google Chrome opened up and ruined it. Alright, we'll grab another scalpel. But like I said, the grip doesn't really matter as long as you are comfortable with how the scalpel is used. You'd have to be careful. It is sharp. It will cause a lot of bleeding if you're not careful. And make him easily bleed to death. There we go. Okay, he's gushing blood, but it's actually not so bad. So we cut off the esophagus from the stomach, and we need to cut off the esophagus entirely from everything. There we go. And the stomach's free. The esophagus is free. So just set that down. Pull the esophagus out. Pull the esophagus out. Maybe. Come on. Esophagus. Esophagus. Pull it out. Here we go. All right. Get rid of that. You don't need that anymore. And then, of course, pull out the stomach. Nope. 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 Oh my god. Please. Please, game. Please. Stop being difficult. Oh my goodness. Okay. Can we just, like, jiggle it into position so I can grab it? There we go. That's better. That's better. I can grab that. Here we go. Maybe. Nope. It doesn't want to be grabbed. Here we go. Okay. Stomach. Don't need that. That's gone too. Alright, so all that's left at this point is getting the heart out. Well, that's not really the best grip in the world. There we go. You need a long-range grip. You need to grab the end of the scalpel to make sure that, one, you can see what you're doing, and two, you actually have the range. Because, like I said, you're a one-handed surgeon. This is not an easy job. Not an easy job at all as a one-handed surgeon. There we go. Okay, cut the heart out. I made that look easier than it actually is. Okay, I got a piece of rib. That's fine. Get the heart. Go. Okay, so this is the old heart. You can tell by the bad colors. You can see it's a lot of purple. It's a dead heart, so we don't want the dead heart. The heart transplant is in here. Uh-oh. Okay, the new heart is bright red. Oh, fuck. Okay. When you hit the little green thing, the little green syringe, you use that on yourself. This happens, by the way. We just put the new heart in there. You see it's bright red, and I dropped it exactly where it needed to be, so the surgery immediately ended. But sometimes you have to nudge the organ into place. That is often the case. You have to nudge the organ into place. So at the end of the surgery, you get your final blood level. How much blood is left in Bob? 746 milliliters. Not a lot. We'll need a blood transfusion. How long the surgery took, and then your grading between your blood level and your surgery time, the grading you get from that. So, of course, you can retry for a better score, or you can continue. Ultimately up to you. And then it unlocks the next surgery. So then the next surgery would be a kidney transplant. And in that surgery, you have to remove the intestines. You have to remove part of the rib cage. You have to get down in there where the kidneys are, rip them out, and put 2 new ones in there. You have to put in 2. And then, of course, the brain and eye and the teeth transplant as well. I like my best record on this, though. 4-4-4-4. That was lucky. But yeah, that is essentially Surgeon Simulator in of itself. There is a secret video over here, this Team Fortress 2 video. This was put into the game after the game got on Steam, and Valve said, go ahead, you can put some Team Fortress 2 stuff in there. It's a VHS tape, for those of you that are too young to remember VHS. That is a VHS tape, and you put it in the VHS player right here. It goes inside this little slot. Just like these floppy disks go into here. And they have all that information. So again, the basic controls are right there. Right mouse button, do stuff, up, down, left, right. Round, fingers, AWER space. The controls are very intuitive. They're fairly tight, but at the same time, horribly frustrating. And that works really well with the comedic aspect of the game. You do have to make sure you actually want to push it, though, because if you tap it, there is a little delay, and you can kind of see a little twitch there. And you can kind of make a fist. Not really. This is like the closest thing to a fist you can make. You know what? Just go away, phone. There you go. Solve that problem. Phone's answered. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for Surgeon Simulator. It's 13 bucks on Steam, and honestly, it is a great deal of fun. But take it with a grain of salt. This is a comedy game. It's a lot of satire. Despite the blood, despite the enhanced graphics with the Anniversary Edition, it is frustrating. It would be very easy to get very frustrated at the games. If you're a person that gets upset easily, especially in video games, do not get this game. Watch someone else play it if you're interested. However, if you're in for a little bit of a laugh and you enjoy a little bit of frustration in games, you enjoy the game being kind of a mean face to you, then pick this one up. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, it is challenging. It is definitely challenging. Doing surgery with one hand and having these awkward controls, very, very challenging. But at the end of the day, it is a lot of fun. A cassette over here as well, and a cassette player, for those of you that care. Overall, I give the game 7.5 out of 10. It's a lot of fun. It's not phenomenal. It's not this, best game ever. But it's a very solid game. I have not encountered any bugs that ruined the game. The bugs that I have encountered is stuff like you saw earlier where the hammer just kind of sunk through and got stuck inside of his body. That, I assume, is a bug, but at the same time, you can't be certain because it existed before and after Anniversary Edition. They didn't fix it, so if it is a bug, it's in there for comedy's purpose. And it does a very good job of being comedical and stressful. Very stressful. The achievements in this game are sufficiently difficult, and the music is great. The Anniversary Edition music is phenomenal, but the bass music in this game is definitely good as well. So, like I said, I do recommend picking it up if you don't get frustrated. If you do, I recommend go watching some playthroughs of it. Go watch people play the game because there's a lot of comedy to be had in a game like this, but not if you get frustrated easily. Then it's just a really bad game for you. Like I said, 7.5 out of 10, great game. If you want to see more, I do have my own playlist down below in the descriptions. I have it linked. And I play through the entire Surgeon Simulator game. From the most basic of surgeries, the very first one, the heart transplant, all the way to teeth surgeries in space, which is going to be a pain in the butt when I get there eventually. But I will play through the entire thing, and I'm already 12 missions in. So I'm quite a ways into the game at this point. So I do recommend checking that out if this game looks interesting to you, or if you're not sure on a buy. Again, check out my playthrough. It shows the entire game, what the game is like, what to expect in the game, fairly accurately. So, That's going to be it for today's episode, guys. As always, thank you for watching. I will see you next time with another Take a Peek episode. DFTBA, thanks for watching.